I'm Alyssa.
And I'm Mike.
Welcome back to the A&M podcast.
So, um, a while back, I think it was like one of our early episodes, we kind of did an unpopular opinions, that was where we kind of talked about some things that people may not agree with us on. And we wanted to talk about that kind of thing again, right?
Um,
Sort of?
sort of.
Sort of.
Like controversy.
Yeah.
So,
Controversy is a better way to put it. But not like, political, like my opinions.
lighthearted
Yes, that's the word.
controversy.
That's the word.
So, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I really hate doing that. That's like a situation where whenever I cough into the mic, or I'm like listening back to it and I'm like, that's annoying. I can see how that's
Yeah,
annoying.
we have a mute button, but it mutes us both.
Mm,
I need to
yeah.
figure out how to make that not happen, but I just haven't put the effort into that.
I finished my coffee, so I don't have coffee.
Oh, sorry.
And my
I'd share
Sprite
my.
is all the way over there. And when I opened
I'd
my
sh-
Sprite, I basically did a champagne. I did a champagne little pop.
yeah, it was like New Year's all over again.
Half of my Sprite went on the
Yeah,
table.
which is bad because that's one of those little mini Sprites. So it was like a quarter of a real Sprite.
Yeah.
So, but like one of the things we were talking about was ketchup. Do you keep it inside the fridge or out? And before you even brought this up, I had never even thought about not keeping it in the fridge because that's what it says on the back of the bottle to refrigerate after opening.
The thing is, I've never read the back of the bottle.
You
It's not like I
right.
buy condiments and stuff, and I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to do?
Let me read the instructions on here. Yeah, no.
Yeah, and I don't even like the only time I read truly the only time I really read the back of the bottle was when I was trying to prove my point.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Which, just to be clear, your point was in the fridge, right?
yeah, so my point is in the fridge
Which
because
is which is what the bottle tells you.
that's what I've just always done.
After refrigeration, though, before, which is exactly how we keep it, because we keep it up in the cabinet until we open it, and then once we open it, we keep it out of the fridge.
Yeah, it's like
Or we
when
keep it in the fridge. We keep it in the cabinet until we open it, and then we keep it in the fridge after we open it.
it says once you crack that seal, that's why the fast food places, that's why they can have all of those, which I don't know what that does.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not like a scientist or anything, but if that's even a scientist
Yeah,
thing, but
I mean, I'm thinking that when it's in the packet, the package is
and like
airtight.
sealed.
Yeah, it's sealed, it's airtight. So, but it's once it's open that like it's been exposed to air that
Mm,
then it starts going bad.
then it's an issue.
I mean, there's also it only has like so much of a shelf life, but once it's opened, its good time starts to dwindle.
Because that's a lot of products. But I don't think of products as like airtight. Like
Right.
even cereal.
Right.
You know, if you think about it, like it's not like it's like
Yeah,
you
that
know
plastic bag that it comes in.
yeah, it's not like that is an airtight plastic bag.
I don't know. I think it is. I think it's
But there's
like
still air in it. Like same with chips.
yeah.
There's air in it.
Yeah,
But I
that's
guess
true.
maybe it's not oxygen. I don't know.
Yeah, I
If
don't
you
know.
work in a
That's a good
factory
point.
with all of that stuff, let me know what the
Yeah, because the
process
thing is, when it's in that plastic bag and it's sealed,
Mm-hmm.
they don't go like you open that cereal bag, it's crunchy. No matter how long it's been sitting on that shelf,
Yeah, it could be
at
in there
least as
6
long as
months.
I've experienced, it's never
Mm-hmm.
But you open it and leave it for a week with that bag not closed tight, and it's going to be like disgusting. It's going to be chewy.
But it's
Your
not like
crunchy
it's
cereal will now be chewy.
yeah, but it's not like it's micro or microwave. It's not like it's what's the word I'm looking
Like
for?
vacuum sealed or
Vacuum
something. Yeah,
sealed.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. But here's the thing too, though. So we have those um, lock and lock containers
Mm-hmm.
that seal very airtight, meaning when you close it, whatever air is in there is staying in, but no outside air is getting in. And when I put cereal in those, it stays good a lot longer. I think I've talked about that on here before, but it
Oh
stays
yeah,
good
yeah.
a lot longer than if I just keep it in the box in the little plastic bag, even with
Mm-hmm.
the plastic bag closed really tight.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
yeah.
understand it,
But
but that's why they say
Keep that ketchup in the fridge.
Keep that ketchup in the
Yeah,
fridge.
they
Yeah.
again, like the argument for keeping it out, I understand.
Yeah. So the
Not
argument, by the
wanting.
way, for keeping it out was because who wants French fries fresh out of the air fryer, crispy hot French fries? Who wants to dip them in cold ketchup?
Right. No, I don't see. I don't want
I
cold
want to
ketchup.
dip them in
I
cold
I
ketchup.
want room temperature ketchup.
No,
Which so
I don't mind room
I but
temperature
I want but I
ketchup.
want my ketchup in the fridge because I don't want it turning brown.
Yeah.
And even in the fridge, I've discovered if you leave it long enough in the fridge, it turns brown too.
Maybe I just don't. I think we go through ketchup pretty quickly.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe that's it
Like
too.
we usually,
You don't keep it long enough. Yeah, we do too. Like
but I don't
I
feel like
feel
I
like every
use
time we
ketchup that
buy a
often.
bottle of
But
ketchup, it's gone. But yeah, exactly. Like I don't remember using it, but it's all gone.
yeah. Um. So yeah, that was our first. That was our first one, and the same with like, um, it's the same debate, at least in my household, of keeping a hot sauce like in the pantry too. But hot sauce is the
Yeah,
same thing. Refrigerate
yeah,
after opening.
yeah,
Same thing with barbecue sauce.
yeah. Like
That's also one.
mayonnaise is one I wouldn't keep out because
Like
that's eggs.
dips.
But or anything that's
But like
like
you wouldn't keep honey mustard out. That's
no,
still a sauce.
no. But honey mustard again, better at room temperature. I think
I
because
think it's because
if
we're
I'm
used to
dipping my
like the
chicken
fast food
my chicken
sauces.
nuggies in it. I want it, but that I think that's part of why I'm like, you're right because I think of like why the experience of having like chicken and fries at a restaurant
Hmm.
is better than at home, and it's because at home my condiments, my dipping sauces are all cold.
What about ranch?
Well, ranch you have no choice. Ranch has no ranch no ranch has like sour cream in it, doesn't it?
I have no idea
I
how to
think
make.
I
I
think
would love
ranch
to learn
dressing
how
has
to make ranch, but
sour cream in it,
or
and
mayonnaise. I think it's
no,
mayonnaise.
it's not mayonnaise.
I
It's
thought it
sour
was
cream.
mayonnaise.
It's sour cream. Trust me, I'll go get the bottle and read the ingredients, but
Yeah.
I'm sure it's sour cream.
Read the
Um,
ingredients list.
so that like because that's got cream in it, obviously that's gonna go bad if you leave it
But
out.
if you
Same
go
thing
to
with
Chick Fil
mayonnaise because
A,
that's eggs.
if you go to Chick Fil
Although,
A and you get a ranch, they don't have that in the refrigerator.
yeah. Also, now that I
But the
think about
salad
it,
dressing ranch, they
it's
do.
it's but no, it's on the shelf.
No, not at Chick Fil A.
Oh, at Chick Fil A.
At Chick Fil A,
Okay.
they keep the ranch for the salad dressing
But
in the
I'm saying at the
refrigerator.
grocery store, if I go and buy
Oh, it's on the
Hidden Valley
shelf.
Ranch dressing, it's on the shelf. So
The
I
good
don't know.
ranches, if you know, you know, the good ranches are in the vegetable section
True.
in the
In the
refrigerated part.
refrigerated, yeah. And same thing with sour cream, right? Think about sour cream at the store. It's in.
It's in the
But again,
refrigerator.
mayonnaise, it's just sitting on the shelf.
True, until you
That's
open
why we're
it.
all dying so young.
Yeah, until you open it, and then you got to put it in the
Yeah,
fridge
yeah. So I don't know.
until you crack
I
that
don't know
seal.
the right answer to this one. I know I'm gonna keep putting my ketchup in the fridge. I
Yeah,
just
same.
might take it out and put it on my plate while the fries are cooking so that it warms up a little bit.
Warms up a
So
bit,
it's
yeah.
not quite so, like I'm dipping my French fries in
Take the
ice.
take the chill off the ketchup.
Yeah, yeah. So, but I think another one, another one, and some of these were suggested by our friends at ChatGPT, but another one that came to mind for me was the French bread pizza debate, which
Hmm.
is do you eat it from the round side or do you eat it from that nice neat cut side?
They're outside.
False. That's
But I'm not picky. It's not like I'm like
but
going
we've
for it. I
but
just
it's just funny to me because we've had this discussion for years
mhm.
between you and your brothers and your mom and I, and your mom and I are team. You eat the cut side, and I think all of you kids, for whatever reason, are you eat the round side.
Round side.
So I don't know how that happened. I don't like if we were feeding it to you. You should have seen us eating it the proper way,
You
and you
never
should
were
have learned to
feeding me by
eating
the
it.
time.
No, but I'm saying if we were making it, if we were making it for you, I'd assume we were having it at the same time. So you should have seen us eating it the proper way, and you should have learned.
That flat edge, just it's giving crust.
No, it's but on okay. So your pizza, you buy a pizza. It's cut into nice triangles.
Hmm.
The pointy piece on the triangle is not round, but the backside that you hold on to with the crust is
Flat.
round. Is round. It's
More flat.
Where are you what pizza are you buying where it's flat?
Like
Are
if I'm
you
drawing a
buying like
pizza,
Sicilian pizza?
if I'm drawing a pizza, it's like a triangle.
Yeah.
Therefore, the flat side.
I disagree. I disagree, and this will be a poll. There will be, if you're listening to this and you're not listening to it on Spotify, go over to Spotify, find the podcast, find this episode. There will be a poll on there. I want to know, French bread pizza, do you eat the flat cut side or do you eat the round side like some sort of a savage?
I love a French bread pizza.
Yeah.
I really do. We have them in the freezer all the time because I
You know.
just love them. They're a little pricier than I think they should be.
Yeah.
Unless you maybe buy it at, maybe I should get it at like Costco or something because
That's true.
otherwise it's
pack.
like a pack of 2 for $4 and change.
Mm-hmm.
It's like $2 for a French bread pizza. I don't know. I just don't feel like that's worth it.
You know what pizza is good, and I never eat it anymore, but it's good. I think we even have some in the freezer. It's Elio's.
Oh, Elio's is always a.
And there's no wrong side on the Elio's. We can all agree. You just eat. What side of that do you eat?
Don't they have the little cut lines on an Elio's though?
They do, yeah.
So that's how I cut my French bread pizza.
You cut your French bread pizza
into 3s.
Into sections. So you're eating it like appetizer.
Because it's all, yeah, I
Making
eat it
tiny
like an
little
appetizer.
appetizers out of it.
Because, you know why? Because it's always so hot. And I like picking it up and being able to just like, you know, kind of work my way through it rather than just eating
a good way to eat it.
The whole thing.
But so sometimes I feel like with something like that too, when you cut it up versus holding it and eating the whole thing, it feels like you ate more. It's more satisfying because it feels like you ate more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that.
How about
that's why I actually cut it into. I don't cut it into 3s. And when I'm really hungry, I cut it into cubes.
You cut it into like little 1-inch squares and eat it with a toothpick.
Yeah, that way I feel like I ate the whole tray of appetizers.
each piece getting its own toothpick.
Yeah. Come to my house parties and you'll be eating.
Yeah. Oh, the other one. The other one I just remembered was cereal then milk or milk then cereal.
Yeah.
So you're going to eat your breakfast.
Cereal then milk.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it the other way. I don't even know why that's.
I think if I did it the other way, which I don't know. I feel like that's a little like psychopath-ish. Like, no offense if you do it that way, but also like that's just so back. It's like you're trying to be different on purpose.
Because here's the thing: is when I'm filling the bowl with the cereal, I'm shaking it, pouring in. Okay, that's the amount of cereal I want, and then I put in enough milk to to compensate for the amount of cereal. Right. If I pour milk in, I'm just guessing. I'm just like.
Also, I feel like it doesn't coat the cereal the same way.
Yeah, it's
now, you know how I would eat it if I was pouring milk first is like a little bit of cereal at a time.
Yeah. Yeah, because then I feel like when you start with the milk, the cereal's going to get soggy faster.
So if I'm doing milk first, now none of my cereal is really soggy. Actually, they might be onto something. Because.
But you're pouring a little, eat it. Pouring a little.
Yeah. I'm just sitting there at the table with the box next to me. till I'm good and ready to be done.
How about this? You put the cereal in the bowl and then you get the milk in a spray bottle and you just spray a little bit of milk on each piece while you eat it.
I like a lot of milk on my
That
spoon.
Would be insane.
Like I always use I'm always like a little fork, little spoon.
Yeah.
Type of person, but like when I eat cereal, I like using the big spoon. I like a good milk to cereal ratio.
Yeah. And you know what I've discovered is I actually this is weird maybe, but I prefer almond milk on cereal to regular milk.
I've tried that. I don't really.
Really? I don't know.
I like almond milk coffee creamer. I don't like almond milk in my. I like that classic milk taste.
Yeah.
Which,
you and your mom are big milk people. I've never been that big a milk person.
Yeah, that's you know what? That's also a controversy. Like cow's milk.
Right.
People think it's gross.
Ooh, let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about cow's milk. There's too many. No, you told me about some of the stuff with cow's milk, didn't you?
Oh, that it has. It is disgusting. If you've ever watched a documentary on it, you should. Yeah. Or if you haven't, you should.
If you haven't, you should. Yeah.
Because
or unless you like it, then don't. Just enjoy your milk and don't watch the documentary because it'll. Yeah.
And then chocolate milk. I don't drink chocolate milk anymore because. I just heard they put a lot more extra things in the chocolate milk because they can disguise it with the
So they're
chocolate.
using like worse milk because they're putting
It
flavor.
just has
That makes
like,
sense.
not to be gross, like you can
It's
skip by if you don't want to listen to gross
yeah,
milk fact.
yeah.
Okay, now that you've skipped. So, yeah, they put like
Wait.
oh, wait. Okay, now that
Okay,
you
okay. I
skip.
waited 10 seconds so you'd
No,
skip, and now I'm gonna talk
no,
about
skip
it anyway.
again. Okay, skip a couple more seconds. So, they put more pus
Yeah,
into the chocolate milk than they do even the regular milk. But even regular milk has like a pretty high, like,
yeah. That's. I don't want it. I don't.
tastes good to me
You
though.
know what?
So,
Yeah,
that's
if
really all I
that's
care
true.
about. Like,
That's also
Diet
true.
Coke's not good for you
It's
either.
not
Like, neither
killing
is
me,
alcohol. Neither
and
is
yeah.
like, what else? What else can we
It's
talk about?
speaking of the additives. That's like, and I think I talked about this before, but that makes the chocolate milk thing makes me think of like how I what I said about Crown Royal whiskey. How
Uh-huh.
it's not good whiskey. That's why all they have is flavor. Like their popular ones are all the flavored ones. Like, oh, they came
Mm.
out with blue raspberry now or whatever,
Oh,
and
yeah.
everybody's buying it all off the shelf because
Wasn't it Brandon that was saying that? I think Brandon told me before that like that's not even really good whiskey,
yeah, it's not. If you try their plain whiskey, it's not a good whiskey.
which is crazy because it's like kind of expensive. You know what
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
doing the other day? The other day I like the I like tequila and I always get the Margaritaville. Just I don't know good tequila, but the Margaritaville one, I know that we can get like a really big bottle of it
Hmm.
for like 25, $30 and margarita to me it's a no name. Literally has Margaritaville in the title. So I'm assuming it's decent tequila. And it tastes pretty good too. But the other night we got what's it called? Patron and
Mm-hmm.
I mixed the Patron with the same juice that we were mixing the Margaritaville one,
Uh-huh.
and you could tell. I'm usually the kind of person that's like, oh no, tequila's tequila, it tastes the same.
Yeah,
Like,
no, no.
no, the Patron, it made the drink taste way different,
Yeah,
which was
that's
surprising.
tequila is. I'm not a fan of tequila, and one thing I find with the cheap tequila
Mhm.
is the flavor isn't as good, or for somebody who doesn't like it, it's worse.
Mhm.
And I get sick or I get a headache when I
Yeah.
drink bad. Like the next morning, I'll wake up with a headache
Yeah.
from bad tequila. Good tequila doesn't do that.
Uh huh.
And
Yeah.
I think it has to do with like how pure the water is that they use, that kind of thing. How much they age it, maybe, that kind of thing.
There's this one type of tequila that not like this is what our topic is about, but I'm just gonna speak it because this is
Yeah.
just what we do is go off topic. But there was this one, and I guess like each bottle that you buy, it's like a $60 bottle of tequila, and it's the one where it has like in the lid, it has a little shot as well. And I guess each bottle, if you compare it, like if you buy two bottles and you look at them side by side, they're different colors.
Hmm.
And that's because it's actually like not, I could be saying the wrong fact of it, but basically it's not all just super factory made. It distills differently in the barrel.
Mm.
And that's how it has
So it's,
the different colors
huh.
because it's not all made. You can tell which ones are made in different barrels and all that kind of
Oh,
stuff.
okay. That makes sense. That makes
Mhm.
sense. That's like when, I mean, this is completely different, but when you buy like bricks or tile,
Mhm.
if it's like, if it's not like fake surface like on some tile,
Mhm.
you'll have variations in the color of like let's say bricks. You're buying brick pavers for your patio.
Mhm.
There's like slight color variations between batches of those, and that's
Mhm.
why if you're doing like a big area, they tell you to get, like, if you have two or three pallets of bricks, you should
Mhm.
pull from each one as you're doing areas. Otherwise, you're gonna, have, like, if you
Oh,
do
you'll
like one
see the
section with one
ombre.
pallet, and yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Where if you intermix them, you don't get that. So it's probably the same thing. Just different batches
Mhm.
end up slightly different.
Mhm.
Interesting. Okay, so socks first, then your pants. Pants first, then socks, or no socks.
um, yeah, pants, and then
Pants
socks.
and socks. Yeah, that makes more sense too. I think otherwise you're walking around just like socks. That's weird. Although I
I mean,
find
not for
getting
long, because then
undressed,
you're
sometimes it's pants, then socks.
no socks first. Well,
Socks. Yeah,
yeah, I
that's
don't
what I'm
know.
saying. It's
I guess it doesn't matter in that order. I
yeah,
guess it's just because in the beginning I'm more worried about picking out my outfit, and then I just put on my socks like right before I'm like that's just the least important step. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. Wow, this is interesting. Should you peel your orange before eating it or just bite into it? Who does that?
Who
Who's
does?
biting into an orange? Like, no.
Oh, that's not
It's
even controversial.
yeah,
Who are you? Who are you
that's
that's
not
biting into your
controversial. It's
orange?
just psychotic. Like seriously, I can't even. I've never considered just biting into. You know what's funny? I think it was it New Year's Eve maybe or no Christmas Eve or what is it called? Christmas Adam, which is the day before Christmas Eve.
hmm
Where Oliver was eating. Uh, he was eating a tomato, but he was eating it like an apple.
I can see that
Yeah,
because I'll cut a tomato and still eat like you still
that's.
eat the skin to that. That's a little different.
But he just was doing it like it wasn't a
I love a tomato, some salt and pepper. Mm-mm-mm. I could eat it like an apple if that's the case.
thing.
What's
A
another
little
one?
salt and pepper on it, yeah,
That's what I'm
that would be
saying.
all right.
Salt and pepper,
What
so
about
good.
we talked a little bit about pizza? How about folding it or just eating it flat? I'm a big folder.
I am a folder too. You know what? I think someone said that that's like a northern, like, or New York type of
Maybe,
thing,
yeah, yeah,
which
yeah.
makes sense
I feel like that's correct.
because we've always done that.
Yeah,
Like I've done that for forever.
it's easier. It's just easier to hold it. It's easier to.
It's
Plus, a
easier
lot
to
of
eat
times,
it.
like
It's
not
easier to
to.
get to the crust.
Yeah, because especially when you're eating it backside first, which apparently is.
Yeah. I feel like it's a neater way to eat it. What do you think of people who eat their pizza with a fork and a knife?
It depends on the kind of restaurant I'm in, right? So if I'm in a restaurant that's like a nicer restaurant,
You're probably not getting pizza.
well, you might though.
Like a
You
slice of
might.
pizza.
Yeah, you
Mm.
might. Like
Even if I was in a
you
nicer
might not see
restaurant,
anything that and they'll have it listed as flatbread, but it's really pizza.
no, you know what you're getting into when you order a pizza. You know what I'm getting into when you're serving me a pizza.
But you're
Like,
dressed nicely and you don't want to like drip pizza grease on you.
so I'm gonna fold it and hold over.
That's true. That's the other advantage of the hold or the fold, right?
I feel like there
You
was a
don't.
Seinfeld episode before about like
I think they were
people who
eating.
cut their
Yeah, for some reason.
pizza.
No, I think it was like I don't know. I remember part of it. Somebody was eating like a candy bar with a knife and fork.
Yeah. You know what? You know what? Actually, I remember back in the day, I forget what restaurant it was that we went to, maybe Originals or something. But when a pizza is super, super hot, like fresh out the oven, and the bottom, because you know the important part of a pizza is like the crisp on the bottom, so that
Hmm.
it doesn't flop.
Right.
And if a pizza is fresh out of the oven, you gotta eat it with a fork and a knife in the beginning, or like at least a fork, till you get to that kind of middle section where then you can pick it up and it's not like all your toppings aren't falling off and
Right.
stuff.
See?
It's the only case.
Who made that rule?
But I wouldn't like eat a pizza with a fork and a knife all the way to the crust. I think that's
No,
kind of
that would.
crazy.
And then what do you do with the crust? Because you're not going to sit there and cut the crust
Right.
and
So
eat.
now I wasn't picking up the pizza, but I'll sit there and eat my
Yeah,
crust like a
but now
breadstick.
yeah.
But now I'm done being fancy.
Okay, how about showering morning or night, which is better?
Nighttime.
Yeah, I agree. I thought you were going to say morning, but
Definitely not.
yeah, because when especially when you just change the bed sheets too, and the bed sheets are clean, like who wants to get in there having all the dirt of the day on you?
Even still, like, even sometimes when, I have my days where I work from home, so I'll just be at the house the whole day. Like, I won't be doing anything too crazy. It's not like I went out of the house to get any dirt on me, but I still will take a shower at night.
Yeah,
Because who doesn't love to feel like just
I
clean
feel like
before going to bed?
you're rested more that way too, or you
Like
rest
it
better.
relaxes you. Yeah. I love a shower before bed. There's really nothing. I can't wait until the end of the day when I'm able to take a shower and like just be all clean.
Right.
I'm not, but now I do like sometimes a shower at night and the morning, but I would never just have the morning as my shower time.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's funny because I think there was a time in my life where I was more of a morning shower person,
Yeah.
and I don't know at what point it changed, but because I think maybe when I used to have to get up and go into an office every day, maybe it was like, oh, that wakes me up. But
Yeah.
now it's like, no, I no, thank you.
Yeah, I need that shower at nighttime. Even though people say like, "Oh, yeah, you do it in the morning because it wakes
It
you
wakes you
up, it
up.
makes you
Yeah.
feel refreshed."
Now I have taken a shower at night, gotten up in the morning, went to the gym,
Yeah.
like especially when I'm traveling for work
Yeah,
and
and then you
that,
take a shower.
yeah, and then I'll shower then, and that also feels good
That's
because
what
then I'm
mom
going to
does.
work all. Yeah, true.
She'll do
I do
that.
that too now.
Yeah.
I get up in the morning, I do my run, weights, whatever, and
Mhm.
then I take a shower before work.
Mhm.
So otherwise, I'm walking around all day smelling.
Yeah, you
That
don't
would
want
be
that.
terrible. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, uh, stir your coffee or let it settle naturally. Well, that's just nobody does that. Although
I've done that
I
on
have done,
accident before.
I have done where like I'll put whatever the sugar, the creamer in before I like because we use a single cup brewer, and then I'll brew it right into it. But even then, I think I stir it. I don't just let it like
I've
it.
done it where I've poured it in as it's brewing, but I still feel like it needs a good stir to really mix everything together.
Yeah,
Because otherwise, you get to the bottom and it's like a completely different experience than when you were drinking it at the top.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's true too. Like, and I think of like some places I've got nice coffee too, where like
Yeah.
if you don't mix it well, even after they give it to you,
Oh
if you don't
yeah.
mix it well, you'll get a different experience at the top versus the bottom.
Mhm.
Uh,
It's too strong at the top in your first couple sips, and then you get to the bottom, and it's like too milky and
yeah,
sweet.
yeah, it's not even good.
Mhm.
Uh, let's see, sleeping socks or barefoot.
Oh yeah, we were talking. Yeah. Um, that's what I meant to say before when we were talking about socks.
Yeah,
Barefoot.
barefoot. Yeah. Sometimes if I'm really cold, like especially if I'm sick, if I'm sick and I have the chills, socks.
I have so many blankets and like
Yeah.
comfy covers
Yeah,
on
but
the bed
sometimes you
though,
get under the
so
covers and the sheets are cold, so then it's like, it's like
mm.
I'm freezing and now I'm freezing more.
I have worn socks to bed before, but I just
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah, as a general rule, no socks.
no socks, yeah.
By exception, socks.
Because I'm taking my shower at night, so most times I'm not putting socks on right away.
Right. How about what are your thoughts on wearing pajamas outside of the house?
um mm, I mean like where am I going? I think if I'm just getting in the car and going to driving to like Starbucks in the morning or like I'm staying in the
Right.
car
Right.
or if I'm like
It also I think it depends on the pajamas too. Like
yeah,
if they're
that's true
more like
too.
lounge pants, it's
Yeah.
like the pair. It's actually the pair you got me for Christmas. They're just
Mhm.
like kind of blue. They almost look like they could just be sweatpants, whatever.
Mhm.
Um, those I would wear like for that kind. Like I wouldn't go. Okay,
Mhm.
I'm going to
Let me
going to
walk
walk
around
around the mall.
Target.
Yeah,
Yeah.
going to walk around Target. No, but if I'm like, hey, let's do a Starbucks run. Yeah, no problem wearing those.
Yeah. Like if I'm going to get coffee or something in the morning, I would wear pajama pants and like
Yeah,
yeah, like you said, it depends on the PJs. But I wouldn't like go run my errands in pajamas just
yeah,
because we're in 2025. Athleisure is
you know,
in. Like you could just put sweatpants on too.
yeah. You know what's funny though? I can't tell you the number of times I have been places and I've seen people wearing pajamas, and even
I have a weird thing with like just wearing PJs like outside of the house anyways.
mhm.
Like even if we're just chilling on like the balcony or something. Like I
Oh
don't
yeah,
even always like wearing
yeah,
my PJs out
yeah. It
there.
feels
It's like the same as like no outside clothes in the bed, like no
yeah, yeah,
PJs out.
yeah. It's the same thing as sleeping in your jeans, which takes me to the next one. How long is it okay to wear jeans without washing them?
I mean, well, I think it depends what you do in the jeans.
True.
But if you're just like if I'm just going to dinner or like not wearing them from like morning to night and they didn't really get dirty and stuff, I would say like 2 to 3 wears.
Yeah.
Because they say you're not supposed to wash your jeans after every time you
Yeah,
wear
they do
them
say that. It's
because it
bad
makes them,
bad for the material.
yeah,
Yeah, and I would say that's my general rule cuz usually I wear jeans like it'll be like
nicer
yeah,
occasions.
it's like we're going, we're going to go out somewhere. We're going to go to,
Hmm.
to
Like
dinner
for a
somewhere or
moment.
something like that. Then I'll
Yeah.
throw on a pair of jeans, and those ones I'll wear two, three, 4 times without washing them.
Yeah.
If I'm putting them on because it's like going to work in the yard and it's a cold day or whatever, those are going right in the wash
Or if
after.
it's like an outside thing.
Yeah,
Like if I'm
yeah, that's
going
true.
somewhere like when we went to the Christmas thing at that
Right,
park,
right,
or if I was wearing jeans to go to like when we went to that corn maze thing,
right.
like
Yeah,
something like that,
yeah,
and it's outside and I'm
yeah. And
out
you're in
there
the
for like a bunch of
yeah,
hours and stuff, then
yeah,
they're probably going in the wash.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's different. Yeah. Yeah, or if I go out to dinner in them and I spill soup on them,
Yeah.
definitely
Can't
washing them
save
if
that
they
till
had
next
soup
time.
spilled on them,
Yeah.
because I don't want to put them back on and be like, I smell soup. That
Mhm.
doesn't, shouldn't be
But if
smelling
I'm
soup.
going to like a party or dinner,
Yeah,
then I think it's okay to save them.
trying to see if there's any other good ones here that make sense. Peel grapes. Do you peel grapes before eating? I don't think anyone peels
I've
grapes.
peeled
That's
grapes just
insane.
like as a like, you know, just like as a younger kid like messing with my food.
Okay, so we talked about ketchup earlier. What's the best way to eat fries? With ketchup or with something else? Other dipping
Ranch
sauce.
every
Ranch.
time.
You know what ranch? Is it
Wingstop.
Wingstop? Yeah,
Best ranch.
Chris and Heather will they'll
Buy the
they'll
big container.
they'll
I've done
do,
that.
they'll DoorDash the container and they'll
Yeah.
order other stuff just so they can DoorDash the container
Yeah.
of ranch.
Yeah. They
And
have the best
and
ranch
by
and
the
they
way, I've
sell it.
tried the ranch and it
They sell it
they're
in
not
like the
wrong.
big tub for
Mhm.
like $5 or it might be even cheaper than that. Not
Yeah.
that much. And they give you a lot of it and I remember before when we would order it's the kind of ranch honestly where like you try to think of things to
Yeah. Like
like
let me get
so
some
you could
chips and
use
try
it.
chips in this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. How
Like
about and
delicious.
this one we may disagree on. By the way, we did not get any promotional consideration for mentioning Wingstop Ranch, but if they want to send us some, we'll take it. Um, the here's another one, and this one you and I are going to disagree on, I bet you. But make your bed every day and when.
I do make my bed every day, for the most part. Yeah, we always go to sleep with the bed made.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like a specific time every day because some some days that would be
See,
pointless, but
we
I always have it if even if I'm making it like right before I'm going to bed. Not
yeah
like I'm about to get in the bed and then not like
yeah
that, but
no
like if I'm making it later in the day, but I always like to go to sleep with a made bed. It just makes it
we
feel a little cozier getting in a
we
made
make
bed.
it like that's part of our morning routine. We make ours every morning when we get up. And
Mhm.
I think it's more because it's like, okay, we want the room to look spot on,
Mhm.
for the day.
Yeah.
But definitely every day.
I just like getting in a made bed.
Oh yeah, there's nothing worse. Like I remember when I was younger, when I was still living at home and that,
Mhm.
and it just wasn't the same when you go up and your bed's unmade and you're just getting in it. It feels like it's still the day before or something like that.
Mhm.
Such a better feeling.
Mhm.
Any others? Do you have any others?
Hmm. I can't think of any. Oh, I do have a special announcement. So tune into game time this week because we're playing a fun game. We're playing Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
And
And
just uh,
I don't
what are
think
they?
I am.
Spoiler alert! I don't think I am either.
Especially based on our game last week.
Yeah, that's
Um,
why I don't think I am. Is our game last week? I
yeah,
otherwise I would have thought I was, but
yeah. I just don't. We'll see. I don't know what kind of questions it's gonna ask either, though. So,
yeah, we'll see.
I haven't looked at the ones that I have for you yet, but
Yeah.
I
It's
feel like
very
it could
exciting.
it could be either super easy, like how many states are in the United States, or like what's the square root of, I don't know, do
Right.
fifth graders, because fifth graders, I feel like
Yeah,
some
I'm
of the
trying to
questions
remember.
that were on that show are not something that even fifth graders know.
Yeah.
It's like stuff that might be in the textbook or on
Right.
the
But they
test,
don't
but
know it.
they
Yeah.
don't know
That's
it.
true.
Like they're
That's
not really
yeah.
putting
That's
full focus onto it,
we
and
will
some,
find out.
yeah.
Yeah. And the other thing I want to say is go Birds. We made it to the next round of the playoffs. We'll be playing the Vikings or the Rams, depending on who wins Monday night, which by the time this airs, we'll already know. So we'll see. Maybe I should. I'll right down here. If you're watching the video, no, I won't, because that'll be too late. I can't do that.
Oh,
Yeah,
put the scoreboard.
put the scoreboard, yeah, on the bottom, but I don't feel like staying up that late.
All y'all, I'm sure all y'all got Siri.
You'll know, but yeah,
So Siri.
exactly. Just wait. Put this on, and then just no, never mind. I was
It
gonna do a Hey Google thing, but then ours will trigger, and it'll
or
be a
yeah,
mess.
or Alexa, like she's always
Yeah.
someone that's listening.
Yep.
Alexa always got one ear open.
Oh yeah. Or half the time, if I say your name, it'll think it's that I'm talking to you. So, all right. Well, thanks for watching. And if you have any ideas for game time games we can play, comment on Spotify or YouTube or our Instagram channel or somewhere, and let us know. We'd love to see some suggestions for that. So, thanks for watching.
Bye.